Hi everybody, I'm Michelle with Birdie Bloom and I'm excited to be bringing you a new video. I know I haven't been putting out as many videos as I had intended to this summer. I actually meant to do a lot more work with Vintage Coach and that just hasn't panned out. I've had a good one, a good summer, but yeah, we're back in school and it just didn't work out the way I had thought it would. So here we are, but I'm bringing you a new bag today. We're gonna talk about the Ritchie bag. And I had to look down, I don't know if you noticed that, because I, for whatever reason, want to call this bag the Mitchell Zip. I've always done that. And I might even accidentally do that during this video, but this is the Ritchie, it's not the Mitchell Zip. I'll show you maybe why I do that. Somehow it really got flipped in my mind. We'll go over some things with that. I would like to talk about the Mitchell Zip because it has a unique history, but today it's the Ritchie. So this is the 9937 Ritchie bag, new in the 1993 holiday catalog. And with me, I have a Mahogany. This one was particularly made in 1994. And I have the bag in stone, which is a very unique color. It looks very khaki, in my opinion, very khaki. It can probably come off different too, depending on lighting and maybe even the type of leather, the year that it was made. But I don't know when stone was specifically introduced. I know at least in 1993, that might have been the first year it was put in production, but yeah, this is stone. So much darker than bone. This year also butterscotch was introduced or utilized, and this bag came in butterscotch as well, but as you can see, here's the catalog photo. It's more of a British tan color, so no, I don't have one to show you in person, but yeah. So I adore this bag, it's so cute. Before I get into, well, no, we'll go ahead and just talk about the bag, the features of the bag. So it comes with, I don't have the strap on it right now, but it comes with a 50-inch detachable strap. It is not adjustable. It is just a 50-inch strap with these little dog leash clasps. And it's about 9 3/4 by 6 inches by 2 inches. The Mitchell Zip is slightly bigger, about 1 inch all around, but I guess I'll talk about that now. The reason I guess I think about it is they're very similarly shaped. They both have a rectangle shape, and it's not the original Mitchell Zip. It's one that in 1994 holiday catalog they kept the name the same. It's very similar, but they changed a lot of things on the bag and changed the style number, which I find very interesting. That's why I'd like to talk about that later. But the Mitchell Zip I think of when I think of this Ritchie bag is the 9968 from 1994 holiday catalog that also had a detachable strap, but their strap was 50 inches, but it was also adjustable. And the Mitchell Zip doesn't have this flap, right? It just has the zipper part. So it looks more like this bag without the flap. Again, slightly bigger, 1 inch all around, essentially. It's still, I mean, it's more than 2 inches wide, but, and then it has, the longer pull. So detachable strap, you can kind of carry it as a clutch as well, almost like a convertible clutch, right? That's what that reminds me of. But yeah, just that look. So yeah, that's why I think I don't know, call it the Mitchell Zip. But the Ritchie has a little pull tab, and it has underneath this flap, it has in the back a pocket that you can maybe put something thin in. You don't want to get too bulky when you have a pocket like that under the flap. And then it has this zipper pocket, yeah, under the flap, and nothing on the front, just a nice little leather bag. So it's not made of I'm sorry, and also inside you have another pocket, so almost a division. It's a back wall pocket, but it's very loose, and it just creates another little division there for you. No zipper or anything on that, but the leather is the thicker leather. Again, new in 1993, so it's not like that New York City thick leather, but it is thick, but it's so lightweight because it really lacks hardware. It's just like a nice little lightweight, and it's small. leather bag. So we'll try her on in a minute. A couple more things about her. I'll show you the bottom. There's no seam at the bottom. And this is her back. It's just nice and smooth. There's no pocket on the back. Little rings here for the strap. So it looks like this bag was only made, oh, so again, holiday 1993. I don't see any made past 1995. So I think they probably stopped production. I don't see any proof of that anyways. If you do find that, feel free to share that with me. I could be wrong. All I can do is go off of what I can find and research, right? So just because I don't see a catalog with it, and just because I haven't seen it for sale, or you know, whatever might still exist on the internet, doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. But I haven't seen it past 1995. And something I wanted to bring up here is recently in the Vintage Coach Eye Candy group, Rachel Noir posted a new way of dating, that we're kind of like confirming this, a new way of dating bags made in 1989 to 1993. Because you know, in 1994, you can date bags, they have the date in it, but there's always been that talk that you can't really date bags prior to 1994. It looks like that might have been untrue. Aaron, who is a moderator in the group, and he's an authenticator, he, a long time ago, had brought this up. Maybe he also brought up dating bags before then. I haven't seen proof of that, but I have been paying attention to these early 90 bags, specifically the bags with the format with 4X's dash 3X's. What I mean by that is, you know, there's only 3 numbers after the dash versus the 4. And that's always been theorized that that kind of started in 1989 and went to 1993. So this is a bag that was made in the holidays of 1993. And online, every single creed that I can find that was pre-1994 for this bag specifically has a 3 as the first number in the last 3 digits of the creed. Here's an example. This is what I mean. And I'm gonna circle the number I'm talking about. This is what we're saying that you can utilize to date bags made in 1989 to 1993 with this creed format specifically. So yeah, so I'm just bringing that to light, and I haven't posted this particular one in the discussion, and I do intend to. I'll post all of the ones that I've found, but it's just an example. Like, we can't prove the theory wrong. All it does is like continue to be proven correct. You know, like maybe you actually can do this. And for a long time we were told that we couldn't. So it's looking like you really can date all of those bags, which is really exciting for people, because there's people who are born, you know, in that time frame who would love to be able to truly claim like a birthday bag, or for example, just the fact people love being able to date their bags, period. People always want to date them. So let's try her on. Oh, yeah, I was also going to say she reminds me of the Sterling clutch, which I've talked about because of the detachable straps and just her shape. The Sterling clutch is a little bit more formed, and it has a detachable, oh, I already said detachable strap. It has a flap as well. So that's another bag that it reminds me of, but I don't get them mixed up. I do, for whatever reason, want to call this a Mitchell zip. Sorry, I'm struggling with getting that on. So let's try it on. This is a really long, let's bring this down. This is a really long strap for just a shoulder carry. But if you're really tall, that might work. It's not too bad, but that's a little long for my preference, though I typically crossbody anyway. So let's go ahead and crossbody her. And this is, yeah. Can you double this one? Let me play around with it a little bit. I wouldn't double it under the flap like I do a lot of straps. Sorry about that. Because, well, the flap doesn't lock into place. So that would just create problems. But let's see, can we fit the hardware? That would be the limiting factor. It doesn't look like I can. I was gonna see if I could fit the hardware through the ring here. Almost, but it doesn't really work, and I could have doubled the strap that way. Not gonna work. However, it detaches, so you can put whatever strap you want on it. And I brought down a beautiful little golden strap to put on the stone bag, just to kind of make it a little nicer, more fancy. And I can double this one because this is thinner, so I'll show you that here in a minute, because I think it might look cute as a double strapped shoulder carry. But we're gonna go ahead and put the gold strap. This is a Coach strap. It's a dinky Coach strap that you can get on Coach online, I believe still, or even in store. So, oh, that is so cute. And what is the length of this? I think I have it, hold on. Oh, 46 inches. It's 46 inches, so it's a little shorter. That's why I do like it on my shoulder a little bit better here. I'm gonna crossbody it. I can also crossbody at this length. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Just show you how easy it is to kind of access the bag. Super easy. I have something unique to tell you about this bag here in a minute too. The stone bag. I've had it for years. It has a unique little history. Let's go ahead and well, not really a unique history, just a unique story. I'm going to thread, oops, sorry, making lots of noises. Thread the strap, double it up, because the little doggy clasps there are a lot smaller than the original. You could potentially even do that if you add like a D-ring, like something that's removable to the hardware here, and you could thread in your original strap to shorten it if you really wanted to. Now that might be a little too short for the 46 inch, but no. And you know, I am not an armpit carrying gal. I know those bags are super popular right now. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not cute. It is really cute. It's really cute. I mean, maybe I should be, but yeah, those like short ergos, all of those bags are, you know, bags from the 2000s are really popular. I call them the armpit bags, but yeah, they look cute. That's what that reminds me of. I'm sorry, adoring it right now. I really like the gold chain on this stone bag. So let me tell you about this stone bag. I'm gonna show you the creed. I don't want you to maybe point out what's wrong with it. I'm going to tell you that this bag is authentic, but look, there is a huge error in this creed. An error that could prevent people from reselling it. I don't know that I will sell this bag. I really do like it. So, and I don't have a stone, but yeah, it's got the wrong style number in it. And that's huge. But if you've seen my video on overstamping, authenticating based off of overstamping, you will see that this is an authentic overstamp. This is legit. This is, the fonts line up. You can ask anybody if you don't believe me, but this bag is authentic. It's just one of those rare, you don't see them too often, but you do occasionally see it, incorrect style number stamped onto the bag. More often though, when you see the incorrect style number, you see a counterfeit. So it's always smart to be wary. And just because the font or the style number is correct for the bag that it is supposed to be does not mean it's authentic either. There's a lot of things that go into authenticating. You can always ask in our group for free. There are plenty of people, really knowledgeable people who give their time freely in Vintage Coach Eye Candy that will be happy to authenticate a bag for you to keep you from buying a counterfeit unintentionally. So feel free to always ask there. You just need to provide a picture of the bag and a picture of the creed. Now, we do not authenticate bags that are not vintage. Not because we can't necessarily, it does get a little tricky the newer the bag is, but because this is a vintage group. So we want to kind of stick to the vintage styles. There's other places you can go. Come on over to Vintage Coach Eye Candy if you aren't already on Facebook. Like my channel if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. And subscribe. I would appreciate even more if you haven't already, so that you can see when I post new videos. If you have interest in this topic, I would love to have you here. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye.